Hello, hello, hello. We've got major breaking news to share with you. A lot going on right now. We're going to kind of take it slow and we're going to kind of see this through. Lots of information here. We're going to wait for people to jump in the live chat. Hello, Global News Wars. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man. Everybody give Global News Wars some props. Give his channel on TikTok a like. Hello, Alberto Torres. Hello, Will Hall. Hello, Rebecca. Good to see you. I'm going to wait a little bit for people to come in here and we can start talking about the things that we have to discuss right now. It's going to take some time to break this information down and analyze it. And there's some things that the Lord has put on my heart to talk about after we talk about this information. Trying to find my pad of paper here. Oh, hell, that's whatever. Hold on one second. Just give me 1 second, everybody. Just trying to jot some notes down. Hold on 1 second. Just let everybody load in and then we'll talk about all this here. It's important. Not trying to keep you hanging. I'm trying to touch some notes down here. The Illuminati are definitely at work right now, pulling some strings behind the scenes. I'm telling you, people. Big stuff is going on in Russia and the Ukraine right now. And I first want to say this. I usually don't touch upon what's going on in Russia. Oops, sorry. Whoops. I usually don't touch upon what's going on in Russia and the Ukraine. A lot of it's just hearsay. There's not really any footage that ever comes out. And, it kind of, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding where, you saw what happened on October 7th in Israel. And we had footage and footage and footage just flowing out of what happened. But you don't ever see much coming out of the Ukraine and Russia. It's just a lot of back and forth, back and forth. Anyways, give me a second here. I'm hoping that it doesn't skip my thing here. It's really hard to tell what's happening right now. There are two sides to the coin. All right. I want to kind of talk about both sides. Some people are saying that NATO has entered, sent troops into Moscow and Russia to commit a terrorist act. 40 people have been killed, I believe. I believe it's actually 40 people have been killed. And if I could ask my moderators, if anybody's trying to talk about the news ahead of what we're saying, I don't need people in the chat room trying to control the chat room behind my back because I'm focusing on this. So if people are starting to say things that we're not talking about and going ahead of me, just give them a timeout, for like 15 minutes. Let them know that we're not going to have that here because I want to have an orderly chat. Anyways, some are saying that NATO has entered into Russian territory, into Moscow, and has committed a terrorist act. Others are saying that Russia has done this to themselves to help them catapult and give them a reason. Kind of like, and I forgot the building. If someone could remember for me here, that building that Hitler burned down back before World War II started. Okay, before World War II started, you had a situation where there was like, I think was it the Reichstag building or something like that, but they burned it down. It was like the pretense to get Adolf Hitler into power. You know what I mean? And I have a feeling in my spirit that whatever's going on right now is going to catapult Russia to give them a reason to come at us. You know what I mean? And I'm going to start reading some news. I want to thank Global News Wars for bringing this to my attention. Global News Wars, would you please put your TikTok link up so people could go over to your channel and follow your channel? Anyways, this is one side of the coin right here. I'm just going to start reading. NATO is currently engaging Russians in Ukraine and into Russia. Okay. From what I understand, even in the Ukraine, NATO is engaging. Like this absolutely is the beginnings. Or I wouldn't say this. We've had World War III going for some time, but this makes it official. This makes it official, and I'm going to touch upon this biblically. What's happening here? I believe that the Lord is putting on my heart. It was real fast. The Lord's putting on my heart what's actually beginning to happen here. Okay, and I want to keep you guys updated. I'm going to talk about that. I got the notes that I need for that after I'm done covering all this news. All right. You're just joining us, Marie H. We're just now talking about it. Anyways, Russia is warning of potential military strike on SpaceX satellites. All right. Russia has accused the United States of using commercial satellite operators for its intelligence efforts and is threatening to take military action in response. The news comes days after Reuters released a report earlier this month detailing a classified contract that SpaceX signed with the U.S. intelligence agency to launch hundreds of spy satellites. I've been telling you for a long time that Elon Musk is working with these people. It is a complete sham with the way Elon Musk is pretending to be for the people and all about free speech and all that stuff. It's a big, huge sham. I have been censored on X just for looking up things. They wouldn't allow me to look up posts. You can ask my wife, Mrs. End Times Talk. I'd be sitting there trying to get information, and all of a sudden, boom, it's just gone. And they're like, "Oh no, this isn't anything that you've done. It's our fault." You know what I mean? No, no, they completely censored me. All right. So that's that bit of information. Give me a second here. They're saying right now that Moscow is completely shutting down its borders. All right. Russia media has been asked to be prepared for an address from the Kremlin. So everybody, maybe pay attention to RT or something like that. See what's about to be said there. Have that in a side window. All right. Be ready to listen in. What's going on there? Hold on. I just got reset here. This is horrible, man. How frustrating is this? Hold on. Give me a second. I got to get back to where I was. Okay. So, um, yeah, Russian media has been asked to be prepared for an address from the Kremlin. Ukrainian intelligence now says that Russia carried out the terrorist attacks to frame Ukraine and declare full mobilization in the Russian state. So this is it, folks. This is it. You're going to see bricks against NATO. I've been telling you this for a while. How long has everybody that has listened to this chat or listened to this channel? Sorry, listen to this channel. Have I been telling you it will be bricks against NATO? All right, and I'm going to show you biblically what that means. All right. They're saying that new footage has emerged of the moment terrorists have began shooting, sending concert goers running for cover. I am going to show you footage of this. I don't know if there's any graphic footage in this. I'm just going to show it to you. Whatever happens is whatever happens. Give me a second here. I'm going to turn it sideways here. Okay. And I'm just showing you here the footage. People are running for cover. You hear the gunshots. All right, so that's at a concert. 40 dead, 100 wounded. 40. I just got information. 40 dead, 100 wounded. 40 dead, 100 wounded. Oh dear Jesus! And I'll be honest with you, it breaks my heart because like Russians are not. These are people. These are people. Some of those people are Christians. You know what I mean? Some of those people don't know Christ, and people are dying right now. 40 dead, 100 wounded. All right, here's a picture that has been released of a bloodstained ticket from the concert in Moscow where terrorists shot and killed 40 people. All right, that's just that's the ticket to the concert in Moscow, covered in blood, covered in blood. And I'm sorry, it's a little graphic, but people need to understand what's happening right now. This is major, major news. This is big, big news. Um, they're saying Moscow terror attack update, concert venue blaze, so that they've set this place afire. Okay, they've set this place afire. 13,000 square meters. Emergency services say not yet localized. So this is burning out of control. I'm gonna try to show you footage of this. Give me a second. Hold on one second. This is from RT, from what I understand. I'm sorry, my phone's low battery. That's the concert venue that's ablaze right now. You can hear the gunshots in the background. It's unreal, folks. And this is in Moscow, Russia, at a concert venue. There's a terrorist attack that has just happened. 40 dead, 100 wounded so far now, from what we understand so far. And I'm telling you, this kind of stuff is coming to America. Mark my words. I've been warning you and warning you and warning you and warning you on this channel to be prepared for blood to be spilled in America, the same way it's happening here. 40 dead, 100 wounded. All right. The possibility of a conventional war between NATO and Russia has today massively increased. Almost all Russian channels have turned their avatar into black. World War III is approaching, they're saying. I believe it's here. I believe it's here. A general mobilization in the coming days in Russia is likely, which will lead to an all out war in Ukraine. And I mean, war has been going on, but they're saying now that Russia has outright declared war against the Ukraine now. This is a whole nother ball game now. All right. And I want to thank Global News Wars for giving us this information and sending it to us, keeping us up to date. If Global News Wars wants to put his link, his TikTok link in the live chat, I would encourage people to go subscribe to his channel. It would mean a lot to me. He's a very good friend of mine. Which in turn, okay, so I want to read this all together. A general mobilization in the coming days in Russia is likely, which will lead to an all-out war in Ukraine, which in turn the West cannot allow 1 million Russian soldiers to storm Kiev, which is the capital of Ukraine, which in turn leads to the aforementioned deployment of European troops to Ukraine. So I told you that Doc Marquis, all right, my brother who is ex-Illuminati turned Christian, all right, warned you that this was coming. I told you all out war between Russia and Ukraine was coming, and that eventually, and I'm telling you, Doc Marquis told me this, that Russia would win the war against the Ukraine and would absorb the Ukraine. They would take the Ukraine back, and eventually Poland would get involved, and he said Poland would be taken by Russia. And this is from someone who knows the Illuminati plan. All right. Yesterday, Russian Tu-22 heavy bombers, or no, this is today. This is today. Sorry. And I have previous information from yesterday to share with you. But Russian Tu-22 heavy bombers took off from Engels Airfield there in Russia. It's unreal what's happening right now. This is happening so quick. All right. There's footage that shows the whole building of Moscow Concert Hall on fire. Give me a second. I'm going to try to pull this up for you. I don't know. Okay, give me a second here. Yeah, you can see the top of the building all ablaze where this terrorist attack has just happened. Hold on, I'll try to bring that back up. It's a very short video. It's a 7-second video. Give me a second here. Hold on. Sorry. But yeah, you can see the whole top of the venue ablaze. Yep, the whole top of the venue is ablaze in Moscow, Russia, the capital of Russia. There is a terrorist attack happening where 40 people have been killed, 100 injured. Now, this is the other side of the coin. Okay. Well, not yet. Sorry, speaking too quickly here. Lots of information. I apologize. Russian special forces have arrested one of the terrorists who entered the Crocus City Hall in Moscow. So the venue is the Crocus City Hall, where this has taken place. All right, give me a second here, and this footage is showing them leading away. This seems like fixed information, in my opinion. Who would know that this is a guy being arrested, being led away, and they got the camera right there? I'm sorry, but it just looks too fishy to me. Before I even show you this, hold on. So that's supposedly one of the terrorists being led away. They conveniently have a camera there. Obviously, you can hear the helicopters in the area. 40 dead, 100 injured at this at Crocus City Hall in Moscow, Russia. All right. We're going to keep going with this information here. Just give me a moment. All right. So Ukrainian intelligence have already called the attack in Moscow a deliberate provocation by the Putin regime. Before the bullets stopped flying, Ukraine already claimed that it's a false flag. I have a feeling Putin feels differently. Regardless, it's about to get ugly. All right. So Ukrainian intelligence has basically called before the bullets stopped flying. Ukraine has already claimed that it's a false flag. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Give me a second. This is a bit more information. This is some theory here. There are three possibilities here. U.S., NATO, Ukraine were behind the attack in an attempt to force Putin to escalate and drag NATO into a full-scale World War III. Number two, Russia were behind the attack to justify significant escalation. Three, unknown entity carried out for unknown reasons. And I mean, that's a given. Option one seems like the most plausible because the West are the only ones who could possibly benefit from the situation. Putin already has all the support he needs to do whatever the hell he wants. I'm sorry, it's what it says. He does need to kill his own. He does not need to kill his own civilians to justify a war he is already in. That is true. I'll give him that. Fresh off an election where he got 88% of the vote. Deep state actors are the ones who are desperate to start a global war. It solves all of their problems. They can cancel the U.S. election, further extend their power, and the war machine keeps getting paid. That's a good assumption. It's a good assumption. I'm not going to lie. The Illuminati have given the president a secret weapon. All right, that most people don't know about. That when a state of war is declared, a president can stay in power 6 more months, and not a lot of people know that. Towards the end, so this and then all the executive orders are in place. All it's going to take is the stroke of a presidential pen, a signature, okay, in order the laws to be changed in a way for us to have America's first dictator. All right, and it very well could be Biden. It very well could be Biden. We might not even get to a different president. All right, and I'm saying that that's just a theory here. I'm not saying that this is a fact. But yesterday, okay, around 4 a.m., 9 Tu-95 bombers have launched multiple cruiser missiles from the Caspian Sea towards the Ukraine, and that was yesterday. So this could definitely be the U.S. and Ukraine behind this, but there's other people saying that this was done by Russia itself. There's two sides of the coin to what's going on here. Give me a second, and I'm going to check another source to see if there's any more information before. Okay, hold on. There is. Give me a second here. Good amount of. Give me a second here. All right, hold on 1 second. So my guy's having issues even sending me information. So the attack scene in Russia is still very active, with firefighters on the ground and water-filled helicopters fighting the raging fire at the concert hall. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? It reminds me of Adolf Hitler, and I think it was the Reichstag building. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember the exact building Adolf Hitler burned down to help him get into power. But after this building burned, man, everybody was on board with Hitler doing, getting ready to do what he did. You know what I mean? And it seems very similar to that. The manhunt for the terrorists responsible for tonight's mass shooting remains ongoing. So not all of them have been caught yet. 40 dead, 100 injured. Now, hold on. I'm going to try to pull up this video here. Wow, that's unreal. You should see this. Give me a second, folks. I'm going to get this rewound here and pull this up here. Hold on 1 second. Here's a video of all the police there. Look at all those cops. The whole place is just surrounded. Yeah, it's unreal what's happening. This is a massive terror attack in Russia there. And I have a feeling Ukraine and America is behind it. This is definitely their style. Definitely their style. This is how they do things here in America. False flags. Amen. I'm telling you. It is. Exactly. What a mess. Global News Wars, please put up your link for your TikTok channel so people can go over to your TikTok channel and subscribe. It would mean a lot if you went over to Global News Wars and gave him more numbers. He deserves it. He works hard helping End Times Talk. Get this information quickly. He's a watchdog for a lot of different channels, so he deserves that respect. He deserves more subscribers, in my opinion. Um, Romanian Patriot air defense systems is now part of the NATO integrated air and missile defense. The first of the 7 systems that Romanian armed forces ordered has reached full operational capacity and resilience. So even Romania is getting stuff in place right now. Medvedev has come out and said Russia will kill Ukrainian leaders if they are linked to the Moscow attack. I'm telling you, this is it, folks. This is it. This is where we see a massive escalation, and we come into an actual full-blown World War III, and it's going to be BRICS in NATO. I'm telling you, BRICS in NATO, and I'm going to get into the Bible here. I'm going to get into the Bible here in a moment. All right. Russia attack leaves over 1 million in Ukraine without electricity. Power plants and a major hydroelectric dam were damaged in what Ukrainian officials say was one of the war's largest assaults on energy infrastructure. So that's something that Russia just did to Ukraine. Okay. They just attacked one of their dams. They destroyed a whole bunch of stuff. And they're saying power plants and a major hydroelectric dam were damaged in what Ukraine officials said was one of the war's largest assaults on energy infrastructure. And now all of a sudden, we have this massive terrorist attack within Moscow, where 40 have been injured, or 40 are killed, 100 injured. That's a lot of numbers, people. Employees of the Russian Guard completed an inspection of the parking lots at Crocus City Hall. No explosives were found. Security forces continue checking the surrounding area. It's just more footage of how many cops are there, and it's just unreal. Military and police. Iran has condemned this terror attack in Moscow that leaves casualties. Iran has condemned a terrorist attack at a concert hall in Moscow suburb that has left dozens of Russians dead and injured. And from what I understand, the number right now is 40 dead, 100 injured, and that's going to climb. That's going to climb. They're going to find more people that got shot and hid, and they could be dead already. They could be injured still. We don't know, but this is a growing situation. Wow. Now that is a spin. That is a spin. I am telling you what, and this fits in what I was just about to tell you what goes on biblically. So ISIS has just claimed responsibility for the Moscow terrorist attack. From what I understand, it's not 100% confirmed. We'll have to wait and see what comes out. But if that's the case, okay, we're going back to the Tower of Babel. All right, Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz, the first family of the occult. All right, this is where witchcraft truly began. All right, Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz. Nimrod and Semiramis were mother and son. They had an incestuous relationship and bore a child named Tammuz. All right, and this is the occult family that's celebrated all throughout: the divine father, the divine mother, the divine child. All right, this is what's celebrated throughout all of occult folklore, okay? And in Egyptian folklore, okay, going back to like the Egyptian roots of this thing, all right, Isis brings forth Horus, Isis is Semiramis, Horus is Tammuz, okay, and Osiris is Nimrod, okay? Now, in Egypt, okay, Isis brings forth Horus. Isis is taking responsibility, supposedly, from what we understand right now. ISIS is taking responsibility for this attack that has happened in Russia. And don't think it ain't come. Don't think it ain't coming to America, folks. You best have your heads on a swivel wherever you go. You plan on going to that concert, you best be looking behind you wherever you go. And I'm telling you, or you plan on going to the store, you best be looking behind you, because we have more problems here than what they have there. You mark my words. It's just not been enacted yet. All right. And I'm telling you. So if this is all about the arising of the Antichrist, let me show you. Let me show you something. Okay. So you have a dream in the book of Daniel that was given to King Nebuchadnezzar. All right. And Daniel interpreted this dream. He went to God. God told him what the dream was. He told him the interpretation of the dream. And he came back to the king and he said that the dream that you saw, king, was a head of gold, arms and chest of silver, midsection of bronze, two legs of bronze, 2 legs of iron, and 2 feet clay mixed with iron. Okay. Now here's the thing. Okay. Now the head of gold represents Babylon. The arms and chest of silver represent the Medes and the Persians. These are world governments that have held power over time, and we're getting somewhere with this. Follow me here. All right. So then you have the midsection of bronze. All right. That represented Greece. All right. Then you have kind of the beginning of the thighs of iron. Okay. Where you have that represented Rome, east and west. There was an east and west Rome. Okay. And then it's coming down into these two clay feet, these two iron and clay feet. Now, there's two different ways to look at this thing. All right, it can be transhumanism and flesh. So like biotech merging with human flesh. So it says in the Bible that these two substances did not adhere to one another. They're very brittle feet that come out into 10 toes. Okay, but they're 2 feet nonetheless that come out to 10 toes. Now a lot of people say that iron represents communism and clay. The miry clay represents democracy that cannot adhere to one another. All right. I believe that this is a major world war between BRICS and NATO. Okay. BRICS being the communistic nations. All right. The nations that have, leaders that are super tyrannical. Not they basically all are. But what I'm saying is that the Iron Curtain of Russia, of communism. Okay. And then you have the clay, which is democracy, which is NATO. All right. So I believe that BRICS and NATO are going to go head to head in World War III. And my buddy Doc Marquis, who is ex-Illuminati, stated with his own mouth, he said that World War III will produce Antichrist. Now, if it produces Antichrist, okay, that means we're way closer than what we think. But that also means that 10 kingdoms are going to arise out of this World War III, and that 10 kings that are going to come to the head of it. Okay. Now, that's the 10 toes. That's coming out into the 10 toes, people. All right. And then it says that a burning mountain smites that image at its feet, destroys the statue, and is an everlasting kingdom set up forever, basically, giving you a rough gist of what this means. And that is the millennial reign of Jesus Christ. Jesus is coming back soon, people. You best know. All right. But I'm telling you right now, 100%, this is going to be a war between BRICS and Russia that produces 10 kingdoms, that produces 10 kings. Okay. And that produces Antichrist. Now, I've already lined this out, but I'm going to line it out again so people understand where we're at. China, as she sits, is one of the 10 kingdoms. Japan, as she sits, is one of the 10 kingdoms. America, Mexico, and Canada, as she sits, is one of the 10 kingdoms. Have you wondered why your borders ain't closing? It's because we've become merged with 2 other countries. All right, that's the DNA, the Declaration of North America. Biden has signed over our sovereignty between Mexico and Canada, and we have become one. That's 3 of the 10 kingdoms fulfilled. All right, and I can't name them all, but I'm going to go through them here. Then you have Australia and South Africa that have to merge. All right, and they haven't had political talks for some time, but they're beginning to have political talks once again. Australian diplomats are beginning to go over to South Africa, and they're starting to have diplomatic talks. Now, Venezuela and Brazil have not been close for a very long time. Close, all right. They're beginning to get tight knit politically. Station of uh, of uh, um, okay, where Venezuela is starting to absorb Ghana. All right, you're seeing Haiti be overthrown. Okay, this is all starting to form a big picture here. A lot is going on really quickly. All right, and another one of those 10 kingdoms is Russia, Ukraine, and Poland. All right, my brother Doc Marquis showed me the 10 kingdom map that they have. All right, and it shows that Ukraine and Poland had been absorbed at that time. You're going to see a major war break out, and I believe that this is the beginning of the war. What you're seeing is fitting the picture of what Doc Marquis, my was ex-Illuminati, was talking about. He knew the plan dead on, and everything that man said years and years ago to me is coming to pass now. And he says, when you start to see all these things happening and brewing, he says that's coming to pass really fast. And this is going to start to happen really, really quickly, people. All right. And I'm warning you, I'm trying to prepare you. Okay. I'm trying to prepare America, especially for what you're about to go through. All right, there's going to be extreme upheaval. And this whole solar eclipse on April 8th, it's going to be something crazy. But I'm telling you, that iron mixed with miry clay not only represents transhumanism, where they're trying to merge technology with flesh. You know, the iron represents technology, the clay represents human flesh, all right, because we're supposed to be made out of the dirt, even though a good chunk of us is water. We're made from the dirt, and to dirt we go back to when we die. We decompose, we turn back to dust. And that's why you need minerals, because you're made out of dirt. It keeps you going, it keeps you functioning. You see what I'm saying? It's all starting to make sense now, isn't it? Now, clay also can represent democracy, and iron can represent communism, which I believe represents BRICS and NATO, and this third final war that we're going to begin to experience right here. All right, now hold on. I'm going to see if there's any more news here. And there is. Hold on one second. Since November, there has been fairly specific intelligence that ISIS-K wanted to carry out attacks in Russia. U.S. intelligence warned Russia about it, and this is something that CNN said. It might not even be ISIS, but at this point right now, from what we understand, ISIS is taking responsibility. Now, hold on, I'm ranting here. I'm trying to keep you updated. The Houthis and Hamas expressed condolences to Russia in connection with the terrorist attack. All right, so they're showing pictures of the terrorists right here. Another image of the suspected terrorist has emerged. Give me a second here. I don't know if this is going to work here. These are the suspected terrorists that went in and killed 40 people and have wounded I'm sure over 100 by now. There's probably over 40 dead, over 100 wounded by now at this point. These are just the numbers that were initially coming out. You know what I'm saying? And so what I got to say is that this is a culmination of everything that I've been trying to tell you for so long. You know what I mean? I told you the 10 nations, the 10 kingdoms, are forming right now as we speak. The 10 kingdoms that the book of Daniel talks about, 10 little horns, and then an 11th horn coming up out of the midst of those, speaking great and blasphemous things. All right, that's the Antichrist. We are that close to the fulfillment of all of this. And Jesus said that when you see all these things, look up, for your redemption draweth nigh. We are in the season. All right, this is the reason for the season. I'm telling you, people. All right, Jesus is coming soon to get his people. All right, and we need to be looking up as well, but we also need to be paying attention out in front of us, because anything can happen right now. Anything can happen now. And I'm trying to warn people, all right, that I've been trying to tell people for a long time, that behind your backs, as you've been asleep, behind your backs, they have been building the empire for the Antichrist. They've been politically shifting things here and there. The DNA, the Declaration of North America, is a perfect example of them signing things behind your back without telling you. And don't think that they're not doing it in other countries. Okay? All right? And that's exactly what's going on here. The building of 10 kingdoms, that's what all this war is about. Even in the Middle East, all the war that's happening in the Middle East right now, that's what it's all about, folks. All right? And this thing that's about to happen with the solar eclipse is just another sign. America, you are about to get sucked into this thing like you never thought was possible. And it could mean that, NATO and BRICS are going to go at it, and that America's going to send our troops off. And while America is sending our troops off with this fight with Russia, all right, we're wide open for attack on the home front. I'm telling you right now, wide open for attack on the home front. It's unreal. As I'm talking right now, people keep saying in the live chat that they're having problems watching this video. You want to know why? Because the devil don't want you to hear the truth. You want to know why? YouTube doesn't want you to hear the truth. They always try to blacklist me. They always try to keep me in the dark. They always try to shadow ban my channel. All right. They keep my numbers low. They delete stuff from me every day. I've seen 2 different numbers from mobile to desktop for subscribers. And I could care less how many numbers I get. This isn't a numbers game. It's about the quality, not the quantity, in my opinion. And I've said this a million times, but I've been trying to tell people, all right, that the times you're about to go through are extremely difficult, people. I believe there's a pre-tribulation rapture, and it's coming. But I think that there's a definite uptick of violence that's going to happen. It's going to get hectic really fast. It's going to get hectic really fast. Thank you, Global News Wars, for asking people to give the channel a thumbs up, the video a thumbs up. It helps us get out into the algorithm so that way other people can hear this information that we're talking about. We're giving you not only what's happening right now on like in almost in real time, but we're also telling you the biblical example of what's happening as well. I'm telling you, BRICS and NATO are the iron mixed with miry clay. That is BRICS and NATO. Mark my words. All right? I'm telling you right now, BRICS and NATO. That's exactly what's prophesied in the book of Daniel. That's the dream that King Nebuchadnezzar had of all the world kingdoms that would arise from beginning of time to the end of time. And I'm telling you that this last final kingdom, that's kind of both of these kind of quarreling, BRICS and NATO quarreling. A lot of people have tried to say BRICS is the 10 kingdoms. It's not. There's too many nations in line to join BRICS for it to be 10 kingdoms anymore. All right. It's going to be a fight between BRICS and NATO. You're going to see 10 kingdoms emerge from the violence. All right. From the violence. And I'll tell you something outright. Okay. And I'm going to say this, and this is a little bit brutal, and this is going to be a little bit scary, what I'm about to tell you, but you need to understand what's at stake here. All right. Aleister Crowley, the most influential Satanist of the 20th century. All right, he was in bed with the celebrities and royalty and presidents and all sorts of stuff of all different countries. And he said that the New World Order cannot be born unless the world be bathed in blood first. And I'm telling you, it's about to happen. I've been trying to warn you that it's coming. And people are getting scared. That's why people are watching these channels where they're setting dates for the rapture. And it's the truth. All right. People are running scared right now. People are absolutely terrified of what's coming upon the earth. Their hearts shall fail them for fear of what's coming upon the earth. And I'm telling you, what you are seeing right now is just a pinch of how bad it's about to get. And I'm telling you, right, that's exactly it, Jenny Jinx. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a bloodbath, unfortunately. All right. And this is what the occultists want. All right. And I'm telling you, this terrorist attack where 40 have been killed, 100 wounded in Moscow at the Caucasus Civil Hall, Civil Hall or whatever, where they've had this concert. I'll show you video footage here of the shooting taking place, so that way you understand what's happening. You're gonna have to give me a second. I got to go back to my text here. But it's just unreal how fast this is happening. And I told you, it's the things that you don't hear about. It's the things that you don't hear about, okay, that are beginning to take place. All right. And this come out of nowhere. Yeah, we did have forewarning that there was a attack that had happened on the Ukraine. They've been devastated by this attack and their power infrastructure and all that stuff. But I mean, this stuff has to happen. I told you, Doc Marquis told you. I've been warning you. I have warned you for well over a year. Mark my words. I've been warning you for well over a year that Poland would get in on this thing too. You listen for it, you watch for it, because it's going to happen, because the Illuminati is pulling the strings behind the scenes of this whole entire shindig right now. I'm telling you. All right. I've been trying to warn you for a long time. All right. Hold on 1 second. I got the video footage that I'm pulling up here. Hold on. And it doesn't show anything graphic, but I want people to see and hear what was going on in this hall. Good gravy. And ISIS is claiming responsibility for the attack. People just running for their lives. It's unreal. And then here's a picture of one of the concert tickets that was picked up off the ground with someone's blood on it. This thing's real. This thing's real, folks. This isn't some Hollywood, stunt. This is real. All right. And I'm telling you, it's going to lead. It's leading to World War III. We've been in World War III, in my opinion. World War III is many phases, but I've told you before. Did I not tell you earlier today? For you folks that were in the live chat earlier today, did I not say that a big birthing pain is coming? Did I not say that a big birthing pain is coming? I told you, I warned you, and here we go. Here we go. This is the beginning of it. All right. Your solar eclipse is just a small piece of this big puzzle right now. Okay. Give me a second. I'm going to go back and check on this and see if there's any more news. Um, wow. I'm going to tell you right now. They're saying right now, because they're saying that America funds ISIS. Evidence has come out that America funds ISIS. So by proxy, all right, by proxy, okay, this is America doing this. This is America doing this. Um, it's just unreal. Russia has not yet officially declared anything and has not directly officially accused anyone. So there's going to be more news coming out about this. This isn't over yet. This isn't over yet. And I hope people understand what's at stake here. You got 10 kingdoms that are about to form. You got the Antichrist that's about ready to arise. And I told you right now that the people that are meditating with the spirit of Antichrist, that talks about in the Bible, the spirit of Antichrist, this group, Share International, all right, this group, Share International, that was started by Benjamin Krem, who was channeling the spirit of Antichrist, told you that the Antichrist cannot emerge. All right, and I'm telling you something else. The Antichrist cannot emerge until the Palestinians have justice. All right, until the Palestinians have justice. So you're gonna see a two-state solution as well. All right, and I'm telling you, this is all going to begin to happen all at once. It's about to get hairy, folks. I'm warning you. I'm warning you. I agree, Jenny. Get your house in order. Get your house in order. And hold on. I was gathering eggs for my backyard chickens. That's awesome, Mel. This will probably be something that we get more info about for days. It will. It will, Mrs. End Times Talk, 100%. Well, I don't know if we have any more information. I don't know if Global News Wars knows anything that he's willing to put out there. He's pretty Johnny on the spot, and I don't know if he's put his link out there. Hold on one second. I agree. This is an opinion, but I mean, and it's true. It's true. 99.9% of wars were created by the globalists. We would live in peace if it weren't for them. All the drug cartels and terrorist cells were created by the globalists and funded by NATO. That's how they carry out attacks on other nations without inciting retribution upon their own nations. They use these terrorists. Hold on one second. What's going on? Give me a second, folks. Just checking the live chat here. Yeah, yep. So, anyways, I just wanted to keep people updated as to what's going on. I don't know if there's more information coming out right now. I'm gonna give it a second just to be see. Okay, all right. So we're probably, from what I understand, there's no new news right now. Please subscribe to this channel because as things begin to develop, if things are major breaking news, you know that we're going to go live. We've been keeping you up to date. We've been keeping on top of this thing throughout this whole entire process. We do lives in the mornings usually with news, just a little bit of news. We do prayer if you need prayer. We fellowship together. We hang out. We love each other in the name of Jesus. We talk. We hang out. And we also read from the Bible. Everybody needs to get more of that stuff in their life. Okay. And it's not just the news that you need to hear. You need to hear what the Word of God says about what's going on now. I appreciate each and every single one of you that have come to this live chat to hear the news. Please stay tuned for more news. I'm sure there might even be another live tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow. I appreciate each and every single one of you. May God bless you all. May He keep you. And please don't forget to go out and change this world in which you live.